Please stay. You may be seated. To celebrate and support the love that Jashinta and Robert have for each other. To recognize and to witness their decision to journey forward together in their lives in marriage. It is a wonderful experience to be part of people's lives and to have them invite you to be part of this important celebration. We know that love is just not happily ever after, but love is the journey. Not just one moment, but all the moments that came in between. We all know love when we see it, and I think you'd agree with me today. We definitely see it here today. Each and every one of you are in some way part of their love story. You support their decision to commit themselves to one another for the rest of their lives. Jashinta and Robert would like to thank each and every one of you for being here with them today to witness and to celebrate their marriage. I would like now to invite Phyllis Chandra to come forward and share the reading for the Art of Power, especially chosen by our bridegroom today.
The Buddha spoke about 4 elements that constitute true love: the capacity to be kind and offer happiness, passion, the capacity to relieve suffering, the capacity to enjoy every day, and finally the capacity of non-discrimination. When there is true love, there is non-discrimination. The pain of the other is our own pain, and the happiness of the other is our own happiness. To make our love meaningful, we need to nourish our mind of boundless love and compassion. First, we learn to love one person with all our understanding and insight. Then we expand that love to embrace another person and another until our love is truly boundless.
Most importantly, may your friendship always be the strength and the foundation of your marriage. There is no greater bond that exists than that of the bond of friendship. Treasure your friendship that you have given to each other. To you, Jashinta Shapradinada and Robert Mallet, with your family and friends as your witnesses, freely desire to enter into marriage. Do you promise to love each other in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health? Do you promise to be patient and understanding, to accept each other's thoughts, fears, hopes, and dreams? Do you promise to support each other at all times? Will you love and honor each other until the end of your days? Marriage is not just a union of 2 individuals, but of 2 families. It is the merging of these 2 families that help provide part of the glue for this new marriage. Will the parents of the bride and groom please stand? As parents, you have raised, taught, nurtured, and supported Jashinta and Robert.
Throughout their whole lives, you have given them the capacity to love, to understand it, and the desire to return it. Because of that, Jashinta and Robert are able to stand here and marry each other today. Jashinta and Robert, will you please turn and face your parents? Will you, Maylin and Jimmy, take Robert to be your son-in-law? Will you love him, care for him, and treat him as your own son? And do all that you can to strengthen and encourage his marriage to your daughter? Will you, Karen and Chris, take Jashinta to be your daughter-in-law? Will you love her, care for her, treat her as your own daughter, and do all that you can to strengthen and encourage her marriage to your son? Jashinta and Robert, stand here and exchange your vows. I want you to look into each other's eyes and remember this moment in time. I want you to see all the things, all the things you fell in love with, and remember every laugh that you have shared. Remember every time and hard time you have been through together. And think of every beautiful moment that is yet to come. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. Saying your vows is one thing, but nothing is more challenging than living them day by day. What you promise today must be renewed tomorrow and each day that stretches out before you. Jashinta, the man who stands before you, is about to become your husband. He will look to you for support, for understanding, and for encouragement. You must never take him for granted and always consider him along with yourself. Jashinta, please repeat your vows. You have lovingly chosen.
I, Jashinta, take you, Robert, to be my husband. I promise to listen always with kind ears, and to always listen with an open heart, never forgetting that you are my most precious gift. Time of celebration and in times of sadness, I vow to support you, to comfort you, to empower and encourage you all the days of our lives.
Robert, the woman who stands before you, is about to become your wife. Your vow you have lovingly chosen.
I, Robert, take you, Jashinta, to be my wife. Promise to always listen with kind ears, and to listen with an open heart. Never forget that you are the most precious gift in life. God is a celebration. God is a celebration. God is
Morgan, will you please present the rings? Visible signs of the inward and spiritual bond that unites your two hearts in a love that has no end. Robert, please take this ring and place it on Jashinta's finger. Jashinta, please take this ring and place it on Robert's finger. Jashinta and Robert, you have openly declared your wishes to be united in marriage, and in the presence of these witnesses, you have pledged your love to one another. You have confirmed the same by each the giving and receiving of rings. By the authority vested in me in the province of Ontario, I am proud and delighted to pronounce you to be husband and wife. Robert, you may kiss your bride. Today, this relationship is symbolized through the pouring of these two individual containers of sand that are on this table here to my left. One's representing you, Jashinta, all that you were, all that you are, and all that you'll ever be. And the other is representing you, Robert, all that you were, all that you are, and all that you will ever be. As you blend these two individual containers of sand into the third container, the individual containers of sand will no longer exist, but will symbolize the blending together of your own hearts and lives as one. Just as these grains of sand can never again be separated and poured again into individual containers, so will your lives be blended for all eternity. lasting marriage using the words I love you as a acronym. The letter I, inspire warmth. The letter L, listen to each other. O, open your hearts. V, value each other's opinion. E, express your trust. Y, yield to good sense. O, overlook each other's mistakes. And finally, U, understand each other's differences. I'd like you to help in introducing for the very first time Mr. and Mrs. Robert Millett. The bride and groom have asked that all guests now join them on the patio for a group photo. They will then receive their guests at the dinner reception this evening, which will start at 6 p.m. Mr. and Mrs. Robert and Jashinta.
This wily bunch of that's my feet.
Yeah, I've only been to
Oh, thanks.
Don't go anywhere.
I don't know where we're
Seconds
going.
later, you're gone.
Because we're not fitting. You want to switch it? No, we're not fitting.
Somebody get them their own card.
Remember my wedding?
Here, Rob.
I'll take that in a second.
Jacinta!
You can't. It's not a street. Can you hold it?
Yeah, you only know.
Thank you. She thinks I'm funny. No, what if it goes over? She didn't want it. Rob, you don't want your beer right now?
I need to hold on to it for a sec.
If we tip over.
Okay, bye!
Wave to our... Bye! Nobody's in there. Big of a Jana.